For this easy dinner recipe, I'm going to start by adding 2/3 of a yellow onion that I went and lightly sauteed on my stovetop with a little bit of olive oil. Look at that beautiful golden brown color. Now, the longer you let it cook at a low heat, the sweeter those onions are gonna get. About 10 minutes after cooking, they are ready for my crock. I'll just make sure my onions are evenly distributed over my 3 pounds of chuck roast. Then I have some broccoli florets. These are organic broccoli pieces. There's some big chunks, little chunks, and I'm just going to pour the contents of my bag right on in here. This is just a 12-ounce package. And if they're too big, you go ahead and just break those broccoli bits up right into the crock pot, right? This is a simple, easy dinner. You can make this for parties, barbecues, and it is just absolutely so tasty. And my broccoli is pretty broken up in here, so we're gonna leave it like this. Grab a small bowl here. Then I'm going to grab some peeled ginger, and this is Spice World's peeled ginger, and I have about 2 thumbs worth of ginger that I'm just going to sprinkle into my bowl. Following up the ginger, I have some Spice World garlic. So we're gonna have garlic and ginger, and I'm just going to use about a tablespoon's worth of garlic in with my ginger. Now to continue with the spice, I have a little bit of sriracha here, and same thing, I'm gonna put about a tablespoon's worth of sriracha in there, and I do like heat, so I maybe put a little more. But I'll balance it out with some honey, and again, same thing, about a tablespoon's worth of honey. All right. That looks fantastic. Kicking up the flavor, I'm going to use a low sodium soy sauce. Of course, if you want to use liquid aminos or just regular soy sauce, you certainly can. And I am going to put about 3 tablespoons worth of that soy sauce into my bowl. And then to thicken everything up, I have a brown gravy mix, and again, less sodium, it's typical for me. And I'm just going to just tear this bag open, my little pouch, and sprinkle it right in there with all that goodness, okay? So this is really gonna flavor up this brown gravy and take it to the next level. With a whisk, I'm just going to mix them together. It's gonna create a little bit of a paste, that is okay. I just wanna make sure that I get that gravy mix fully saturated so I don't have too much like powder floating around in there. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. It's so gorgeous. I'm loving that color. Oh, it is going to be absolutely perfect for dinner tonight. All right, and then just like that, I'm going to take my sauce here and I'll just drizzle it right on top of my broccoli and all of that beef that's in there. When I get all of it out, kind of evenly dispersed into my crock pot. Get all that goodness out. And then to balance everything out and thin it down, I have a beef bone broth here. Say that 5 times fast. Oh my gosh. And I'm just going to take the contents, that delicious broth, and I'm going to just pour it right on top of that broccoli. And then of course, all that beef that's down in there. Oh man, this is gonna be so tasty. And everything is out of my container, so that's 32 ounces. And then slightly unconventional, I have some mini potatoes here, and I'm just going to take my potatoes and lay them on top of my broccoli. The wonderful thing is this is gonna help that broccoli get nice and soft, and these potatoes are going to cook right on top of everything just to create the perfect balance to this meal. Pop my lid on and get this cooking for the next 8 hours. 8 hours later, and this is ready to go. Let me just get my lid off. Here we go. I'm gonna grab a few of those tasty potatoes and just toss them right on to my plate. And then just using my spoon here, I'm gonna come in and get some of that broccoli. Ooh, that tasty beef. Check that out. 1 portion, we'll just pop it right onto our plate. And then get some of that tasty broccoli. Oh boy, wow, that looks amazing. That tender meat, oh, that is awesome. All right, we'll get some of that tasty beef. I'll get a little broccoli, and let's give this a taste. That is awesome. Just a little bit of spice. That meat is nice and tender. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget, share with your friends.